Congratulations, 2020. Bob, way to go. We're very proud of you. I'm deeply honored to have been asked by the Association of Graduates and some of my class members to offer a couple words as you prepare for the commissioning ceremony, the graduation ceremony, and service in active duty. I'm General Greg Martin, USAF retired, class of 1970. 50 years ago, the class of 70 sat in exactly the same seats, figuratively at least, that you're sitting in today. And I talked to some of my classmates and I asked them, do they remember that day and what do they remember most about that day? And they said, we were a little anxious. We weren't sure how we would do in our first Air Force Specialty Training course or how we would do at our first assignment at a real operational Air Force base. Some were apprehensive. They were comfortable at the academy and they understood it and they were going to go into an unknown environment. Most of us were engaged at the academy during the Vietnam War, and we knew that we would probably serve there. And we wondered how we'd measure up in the heat of combat. But as I think about your situation, you probably have those same questions, but it's a much different world. We're in an uncertain time. As you know, we have 3 major conflicts going on in the Mideast, in Southwest Asia and Central Asia. We have a great power competition that's reemerged, and the ebb and flow of the pace of that competition and the partners involved in that. And certainly right now with the global pandemic, COVID-19, of which you all are very familiar. The times are uncertain. Then let me just say that the members of class of 1970 offer our great congratulations to you for the way you have handled the change in your life as the Academy has sent home the lower 3 classes and kept you to keep your education on track so that you could graduate and begin to serve on time. In fact, now, quite early, which is great. Getting out and about and into the new career will be terrific. So what's next? When I think back on my 4 years at the Air Force Academy, 35 years of active duty service, 15 years as a senior mentor and a consultant since retiring, it occurs to me that I probably have a lot of stories and a lot of teaching points. Let me just give you one story. I had just been appointed as a 4-star commander of the United States Air Forces in Europe and as the commander of Allied Air Forces, Northern Europe. I'd been there for about a year and a half when 9/11 occurred. About 8 months after we defeated the Taliban, I was asked to participate in a conference in the Massachusetts area to discuss combat control in a wartime environment. I remember we had a gala dinner the night before, and the Band of Liberty, Air Force Band of Liberty, was playing a multimedia presentation for all of us to see, patriotic music, and pictures of airmen all over Afghanistan. It was impressive. But I sat there and I thought to myself, am I worthy of the charge that's been given to me as the commander of United States Air Forces Europe to prepare these wonderful airmen to go downrange in harm's way and be successful? Have I done everything I can do? Have I given them the training, the equipment, the assets, the exercises they needed to be prepared for that? And so I offer to you that term, am I worthy, is something that you might want to think about as you start your career. Being worthy is important. Well, what is worthy? Number 1, a worthy officer is trusted. An individual who knows their stuff, is competent, and spends their time developing and engendering a teamwork and a trust environment. No military operation I know will be successful when the chips are down if the men and women fighting together don't have trust in one another. Second, a worthy officer treats everyone with dignity and respect. Now, we're all pretty good, but we all make mistakes. And what I found over time is what's important is how you critique those mistakes. I found that if you critique the performance and the results and compare them to the standards and the expectations, that you'll get much more success out of your people, rather than critiquing the person, running them into the ground, making sure they understand that you're in charge. Number 3, I found that it becomes very important for us to inspire a sense of hope. If you're a worthy leader who works with his associates, subordinates, organizations to develop a vision of hope, a plan, and a roadmap for achieving success. And last, I believe a worthy leader makes life enjoyable. I know you all have faced challenging times. But in retrospect, when you look back on it, oftentimes you'll find humor in it. Don't lose your sense of humor. A worthy leader will find ways to show appreciation, to give people a break when they deserve it, to provide comic relief, and most important, to show that there is more to life than a 24/7, 365 grind. The class of '70 is inspired by the way you have faced challenges and overcome them. Let me also tell you that we know you will make us proud as you blaze your career trails in the United States Air Force, the United States Space Force, and for those 13 cadets going home to their nations, their 12 nations, that you will make us proud as you serve in your armed services. And not only that, please remember that because of your class ring, you will always have a tie to the class of 1970 and the class of 63, 60, and 59, the original class at the Academy, as you take your rightful place in the long blue line. Congratulations, 2020. Bob. Good luck, good hunting, Godspeed, and may God bless each and every one of you.